What's up, good people? How are you all doing? Welcome to my YouTube channel. If it's your first time here, thank you so much for coming. If it's your second time or third time, or you're always a member of this family, or maybe you recently joined my family, just know that I really do appreciate you. So today is one of those days that I woke up and I just felt like picking up my camera and talking to you guys. Sometimes it feels like we already have a relationship. I think we do. We already have a relationship, and it's been here for like how many years? For 2 years. We're almost getting to 3 years, by the way. Yes. So this relationship of ours, yeah, today I felt like I really missed you and I just needed to talk to you. And yeah, so we're gonna do it today. Yes. So I have my to-do list right here, which I rarely call my to-do list these days. I call it my result list, and I'll explain to you why I call it result list. So there's a project that I've been working on, and the deadline is tomorrow, by the way, and I need to just finish everything, like, there's some write-up that I'm doing for that particular project, and it needs my attention. The fact that it's not even something that it's not in my line of work, like in terms of whatever I'm writing about is not in my line of work, but you see, as a content creator, you have to go out of your way sometimes to create content. So that is what I'm trying to do. So I'm doing a lot of research on that, and then I also have that is still going on, and that is what is going to take my time today, like a lot of my time. And then something else that I'm supposed to do is design like a thumbnail for a video that is supposed to be posted this week. And then I'm also supposed to shoot a video, which I'm doing, by the way. Kudos. I'm supposed to go through all the files from my other people, like my other teammates, people who I'm working with on this particular project. So they'll be sending me. I have to go through everything. If there's any changes I need to give, and then now before I send them to my client, like to the client. So that is something else that I'm supposed to do. But now I read this book, and I'll be talking to you about it. Some of the things that I've learned from this particular book. It's called Girl Stop Apologizing. I know I've taken forever reading it, but sometimes it's just good to take your time, yes, and just understand the book well. And this book, I feel like I'll also read it again. So anyway, let me get to the work. Like, let me do this because it's around 10 something, and I want to finish this, whatever I'm working on, by at least maybe 1. Yeah, so I think the next time I'll be seeing you guys will be around 1, but I just need to focus. My phone is not even here, but that we can talk about later. So yeah.
Feel my heart, it's beating. It's just you and me. Feel my heart, it's beating. Oh, my body's breathing. It's just you and me. I'm so caught in this, we're so lost deep in it, can't stop. I'm forever the one you call. Let's free fall. I'm so caught in this, we're so lost deep in it, can't stop. I'm forever the one you call. Let's free fall. Let's free fall. Let's free fall.
So great people, I'm back to you again. Yes. And not really back to you, I've been here, duh. So anyway, I want to touch on something that I saw on a video that I posted, I think 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago, about signs that you're dating yourself in a relationship or being single while you are in a relationship. So there's one of you who commented and said, some lady called Coletta Berry. Yes, Coletta Berry. You said that, girl, you're my everyday motivation and inspiration. Your next content, please, should be your business and how you're growing. Yes. So I want to touch on this business bit of it. Coletta, thank you so much for that comment. Like, of course, reading your comments always make my day. Like, there's some days that I feel like I don't feel like going on, but when I read through your comments, it makes me keep creating content for you guys. So I'll touch on my business. Just like any other business starting, my business has not been easy. I think maybe there are people who, when they start businesses, it goes like it just booms. I can't lie, my first year of business, of course, I made a lot of money. Like, I made some money that I wasn't receiving when I was employed, and that is back in 2019. That's when my business started. And even saying that year, I stayed for 5 good months without having any business coming in, like a serious business. They're just these two small things, which still makes sense because it's business. business. But after May, I remember my first proposal I was doing in a hospital. I was in Nairobi West Hospital with one of my very close friends, and I was doing my first proposal when I was there. Like I was with my laptop doing the first proposal, like I was going to pitch the next day. So that was the first business that I got, and after that I got just quite a number of businesses in 2019. Then 2020 things became thick. I signed a contract with one of the biggest clients that I've had in my company, and it only lasted for 3 months, and then COVID came. Like I think we did some projects January, February and March, then that was the last one. So that contract that I signed for that year, it just went like that, you know. And there are so many projects that you are going to do in East Africa with these people, but that didn't happen because of COVID. And I can't keep on going back to the things that did not happen. I just have to focus on the things that are happening now. And some of the things that are happening now in my business is, of course, the projects that I'm working on. It's something new that I've just introduced to my company, and it's more of what I've been doing, like in terms of creating content. In case you didn't know, my company is called The Urge. Under The Urge Limited, we have The Urge Production, we have The Urge Collection, and then we have The Urge Circle, which I'm yet to, you know, to just start it. Like it's not yet there. Like it's an idea that I have, but I need to put it into action. So anyway, let's go back to The Urge Production. Yes, that's what I'm going to talk about. So at The Urge Production, we usually do content creation, and the content creation that we do is through the lens, like telling your story through the lens. And that means cinematography. It also means sometimes designing, sometimes it's just a couple of things that add 1 + 1 and then bring something out there that you can put on your social media platform. Like in terms of, it can be writing, it can be just things, you know. I think you understand what I said, like just coming up with different ideas. Like we get to imagine, design and engineer ideas into reality. That is what The Urge does. Anything that will help you market yourself, anything that will help you put yourself out there and communicate to your audience, that is what we do. So to respond to you, Coletta, let me just be real with you. Like life has been tough, like in terms of businesses, but one thing that I realized, or rather one thing that I came up with this 2021, is try to get clients who can have me on a retainer. And what I mean by this is having clients who I get to work, like do stuff for them, and then they pay me at the end of the month. They don't pay me like, I don't know, per project, but they pay me at the end of the month depending on the number of projects that I'm going to do for them. So far I've been, I don't know if I should say lucky or blessed, but I think those two words can actually work together. I'm lucky and blessed. I've been blessed with a couple of clients, 3 of them to be specific. One, at least we've signed a contract for at least for 6 months. We'll be doing for 6 months, and that was just a recent one, and it's actually the project that I'm currently working on, and it's going to last from now to sometime next year. There's another one that we've signed for 3 months. There's also another one that we are currently working on, and we are yet to agree on the amount of, like the number, like the timeline when that project is going to be, you know, for how long I'll be taking the project. And yeah, that is one way that I've been able to just try and make my business have continuous cash flow. The other thing, we have Urge Collection, where I get to sell second-hand clothes. And the reason I even decided to settle on that second-hand clothes is because I don't like wearing something and then I'm going to an event and then I find my dress with someone else. So I decided to do second-hand clothes. I'm sure you're wondering, where do I get my clothes from? So there is Gikomba, yes, but I went there the first few days when I started. That was back in 2020, I think 2020 May or March. That's when the Urge Collection started. I've had a beauty parlor, like I've had a barber shop, and I've had, you know, all these things that you need to, people to come in. And then there's also space that I was paying for that was just so stressful sometimes when business is not coming. But one thing that I would say for sure that is safe with having clothes, of course, yes, they don't expire, and they're right here in the office. This is where I keep my clothes, on this closet. Like the Urge Collection clothes are, let me show you, I don't know why I'm not showing you, right in there. That's where we have the Urge Collection stuff. So I don't get to pay for space, like in terms of rent a space and then pay for them, because we do online delivery, and it's strictly online. The only thing is that sometimes I get clients who around here, because we have those WhatsApp groups where they're marketing WhatsApp groups. So if you're in business, I'm sure that is something that maybe you've known, or maybe you've discovered, or maybe you need to find out about your area. So there's this WhatsApp group around here. So the people usually ask me, are you around? Where are you located? Can I come and just try the clothes? And sometimes I allow them to come in, and I know it's risky, but sometimes I allow them to come in depending on our chats. Or sometimes I just send my rider to deliver, and then if it doesn't fit you, it will be sent back, and then you can exchange with any cloth that is the same price. Yes, so that's another thing that I do to make money. And then something else is that I also try to do, anyway, I'm not going to touch on that now, but I will mention it on another video. And on the ads collection, of course, it's something that I would definitely want to have my own, like my own designs, and also have my own, just my brand, like going there, the ad collection going out there, like it's on. So it's something I've been thinking about, and I've been doing my research, but it's a project that I'm still thinking on how to go about it, like in terms of making sure that I don't spend so much also when it comes to creating clothes, like making clothes from scratch. So I had to start with something, like it's an idea that I had, so I had to start with something, like get the second-hand clothes and put them out there, and then also build the clientele, which I'm also trying to do, by the way. If you're watching this and you're a lady and you'd love to have clothes, please kindly just check the ads collection on our Instagram. Kindly just follow us so that you get to know when we post clothes. How I get these clothes is through my inspiration, like the things that I feel like I can also wear, like just I'm selling my style, like how I love clothes and how I dress up. Because back in the days when I was employed, there are people who used to ask me, where do you get your clothes from, where do you you know. So I used to even buy clothes and sell to my colleagues in my last employment, and that's where, you know, I realized that I think I have a good sense of style, so I can as well just sell clothes that I feel like look good and will make someone look classy, and you know, like just look sophisticated a little bit, you know. So that's how I ended up selling clothes. And I have like a list of things that I need to do. Like I have a list of a lot of things that I need to do in terms of making that ad dream of mine come to reality. I remember going to the backyard shoes, just to find out where they get their stuff from. I tried talking to Vivo owner, that's Wandia Gishuru, and I was just asking about how do you guys do your clothes, like where do you get them from. Last year also, towards the end of the year, I also learned from the school where I was going for the business class, and there's someone who told me that there's a company in Athi River, there's one, I don't know, there are so many companies that do all this bulk production of clothes. So that is a goal that I have, and I'm thinking of working on, like putting it into place by 2022. Yeah. Something else, I don't know, I feel like I'm telling you a lot about my business, but that is all about my business and how it's been growing so far. But it's not rosy, trust me, it is not rosy. One thing that I'll say for sure is that when you're self-employed, you need to have at least multiple sources of income. You can't just rely on one, because like let's say if I was relying only on the ad production, that is now the video stuff and the photography stuff and the designing and the writing and all this content creation stuff, I would say that I don't know if I would really make it. But if you have different source of income, like just trying to have even kapale place ya school. In fact, today morning I was thinking about having a place for fruits, like just selling fruits somewhere, like have someone to work there and I'll be selling fruits. Even if it's 100 bob that comes in a day, it makes a difference. And also there's YouTube, which I treat as my future investment. Like I look at YouTube as a place where, I mean, that money that comes on YouTube will maybe one day pay my child, like my children's school fees, you know, or maybe pay for something in future. But it's not something that I'm looking at getting now. But of course, the more I create content, the more you guys watch and the more at least money I'll make. So please watch my videos from start to finish if you can. Yes. So the last thing that I need to touch on is of course the book, and I'll touch on that in a few minutes. Right now, let me work on something else. Yes. Like, do you ever get excited when you're doing something and it's just adding up, like everything is just flowing the way you know, when you're writing something and then things are just flowing, you know, when you're a content creator, you know, like sometimes when you have an idea you just whatever. It's 13:13 on my phone. I'm just seeing a lot of messages. I've just picked my phone as well, like from my bedroom. It's usually on that side when I'm working. So anyway, I want to go for lunch, but before that I want to finish this video, because the part that I'm getting into in terms of work, I feel like my neighbor, not that I feel like, but I know my neighbor Eve, she's well conversant with that particular area that I'm getting to. So I want to go and work from her place, like after this, and yeah, so that she can just get to show me a couple of things that I need to do, you know. So I want to end this video, but before that, of course, I told you that, guys, that I'm gonna talk about this book, Girl Stop Apologizing. It's a very nice book, by the way, and I feel like I'll also read it again. And this book, for sure, there are some things that I learned that I wanted to share with you, and these are things that I've always said on this channel. Some of the things that stood out from this book: if you want to get your health in order, first thing you need to do is drink a lot of water. I've talked about that. There is wake up early in the morning. I used to wake up around 7, but these days I'm waking up by 6:30. I'm out, and then by 7 I start my workout. So that is something I'm trying, and I think I can also maybe push it to 6, like waking up at 6 and then going to the gym by 6:30, or I can still wake up at that 6 and then 6:30 and then go to the gym by 6:45, because I feel like I waste a lot of time, you know, between those 30 minutes that I spend in the house. I feel like I'm wasting just time, because either I'm doing I don't know what, like I need to work on that. Then something else, if you want to live a healthy life, is by giving up one category of food for at least 30 days. Try that. It can be maybe something like fries. If you're the kind of person who eats fries like every single day, I mean like chips, please just stop. Let's try it for 30 days. If it's maybe red meat, or if it's maybe just something. So for me, I know when my sister gets home, but then my sister is coming this week. Actually, my sister is coming tomorrow. Yeah, so you'll know when I've shot this video, for those who know when students are supposed to close, I mean when schools are closing. So my sister is coming tomorrow, and I remember in the beginning of the year, one of the rules that I wanted, one of the resolutions, was to stop taking sugar. And when my sister went to school in Jan, I decided I'm not gonna take sugar. And then she came back and she was like, I thought you said you're not gonna take sugar anymore. Yeah, this sugar thing, I mean, like finally I started, I stopped taking sugar from last Saturday. So I mean, like it's like 5 days ago, yeah, or 6 days ago. So I've been sugar free for 6 days. I mean, not taking the sugar that is produced, the one that we use, you know, the sugar I'm talking about. Yes, that sugar. So I'm not gonna take it, and it's been 5 days, and I'm not going to take it. Like, I've stopped. The other thing quickly is, you need to move your body every day. Workout can work for you, jogging can work for you, climbing your stairs up and down can work for you, depending on whatever you want. This is something that Rachel wrote. What's her name? Rachel Hollis, yes, wrote. And I mean, move your body every single day. Yes. And then the other one that she wrote is practice gratitude daily. Last year, that's 2020, I used to have my gratitude jar and my worry jar. But this great gratitude jar, how I'm practicing it is by writing my journaling on my, of course, writing on my journal. I do that as often as I can. Yes. Something else that I learned from this book is to learn how to ask for help. And asking for help does not mean necessarily just money alone, but it's also when you have your company, or maybe when you're working on something and you feel like, you know, it's overwhelming, you need to ask someone else to assist you. Like, know when to, not really learn, but know when to allow someone else to come in and help you do the job. You get, don't just put everything on yourself. Anyway, good people, I have my new book. This is the next book that I'm reading. Actually, it's the last new book that I have. I need to go buy more books, and I'm gonna like open it with you guys right here. It was still like sealed. Yes, it's called The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. This is by Dr. Joseph Murphy. This is the book that I'm going to read, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. And just let me just read a little bit on what it's about. Okay, one of the most widely acclaimed self-help books ever written, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, has helped over 1 million people around the world achieve amazing goals simply by changing the way they think. And today in the morning, I think I saw on someone's status saying that your life is as good as your mindset. That is the status that I saw that she posted, and I was like, yeah, actually it all starts from the mind. Like if you think positively, then you're going to attract positive stuff and you're just going to live a positive life. So this book is gonna be my new book, and I hope I'll finish it by end of the month. Like, I mean, we are getting to October. Okay, I'm shooting this video and we're just about to get to October, by the way. So I hope I'll be able to finish this book by end of October. So yeah, yes, that is me hoping. And I know it's a tiny book, and I'm sure maybe though the writings is very, very tiny, like it's not all that big. You know those books when you buy and you find that the writings are so tiny? This one is one of them. So anyway, good people, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much, Coletta, by the way, for your comment. It made me think through my company and the things that, you know, just my company and where I am. And I'll also, as I said, I'll do those videos more about my company and the progress and the process and all that, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching. If you've gotten here and you haven't subscribed to my channel, I don't know what you're waiting for. And if you like this particular video, thumbs up. Until next time, good people, kisses to you.